Alright guys, welcome back to the Elevator Life.
How's it going?
We're here today, excited. We just want to do a little quick intro about what we've been getting a lot of questions about. Everyone is interested in how to move to China, what should they do, or they have a business, how can they, export from here, blah, blah, blah. And so what we've been doing a lot of is consulting calls.
Yeah.
Which allows us to set a time aside from our business to sit down with people who really have questions about the market. We're able to answer any kind of questions that they have about business here, anything they have about just life in general in China, what it is like living here, and the stressful part of moving to China. If they're going to move to China, how do they move to China? What kind of jobs should they get? And what we've really been able to provide, it's actually, I feel like we've been providing a good service, because if we can't answer your question, the probability is that we know who can.
Yeah.
So we've been able to hook people up with web developers and all that kind of stuff through our network. So we've quite enjoyed it, and if you got any questions about China, definitely check out the services page.
Yeah, we consider ourselves, pretty solid experts, but we're learning more and more about China. We cover a lot of information in our posts, and a lot of people want to dig a lot deeper into some of those posts, information, and like we always talk about, there's certain niches where people want to figure out more details fit in, and there's broad topics, living abroad, moving, trade shows, etc. We have information and access to information about all these, so we're here for you to pick our brains if you want to give us a shout.
Yep, hit us up. All right, today guys, we're going to be talking once again, obviously, about Chinese business. More importantly, finding a niche, I don't even know how to say that word.
I say niche, some people say niche.
In China. We got a recent question about your guys' passion was wine, so you guys got lucky. If our passion is something else, how do we find what we should be doing in China? What kind of business we should be going at? Mm-hmm. And so we're going to attack that today. You want to start?
Yeah, certainly. First of all, we got really lucky because we loved wine. We loved the idea of it, we loved the image of it, and of course we loved drinking it. Mm-hmm. But I do have to say, it did not start with wine. Wine was our initial idea to move over here and start importing Northwest wines. That was not even on the horizon when we first made our move to China.
Yeah, and it comes down to the basic point. You should never form a business because you're passionate about something. Mm-hmm. We're passionate about business. And that's kind of where it started. We did get lucky because once we were here on the ground in China, it just happened that wine was a need in the market. It was a need in the market, and that is always what you should form a business around. It should not be your passion, because wherever your passion lies, that's probably a lot of other people's passions as well, and that's normally where a lot of the competition will lie. However, when we came over here, what you got to form your business around is what are the needs in the marketplace. Yeah. What are the needs in the marketplace? Once you understand that, then you can fill them. And
a quick rundown on ours. American wine. Obviously the wine market is going crazy over here, growing every year, and 30 or 40% last year. And you look at American wines, their percentage shrunk, and then you look at the main competitors, if you will, 80%-ish California wines. Oregon, Washington, very underrepresented. Oregon, even more so. But there's still a demand out here for great Pinot Noirs at five-star hotels, Italian and French restaurants, overseas expat stores. There's a lack of supply. We recognize that in our market, and we were able to capitalize on it very quickly, actually.
Yeah, and that's an important point that he's pointing out right here and that's another question that we get a lot. Yeah. How do you, if it's not our passion, what should we do in China? Okay, I know there's a lot of opportunity, I just don't know what to do. Well guys, I'm sorry, but the only way to do it is to dive in head first. Yeah. You got to understand the market. The only way to see what is a need and what is a void in the marketplace is to understand the marketplace yourself. We've been here for a few years now, and in the beginning, it was difficult for us to, search out opportunities. What are we going to do? But now that we've been here so long, and as your understanding of the market increases and increases, you're more easily able to pick out, oh, there's a need in the market, there's a need in the market, there's a need in the market. And, you get to a point where we're not going to take, you know, no, we're not going to pursue those needs. But the more you understand the marketplace, the more, you know, more opportunities you see. So that is what you got to do. You got to throw yourself into the fire.
Yeah, and countless times, you know, him and I, where's product A? You know, where's chain store B?
Mm-hmm.
We recognize them, but we don't have time ourselves to, you know, be capitalizing on all these opportunities, as we say so many times. And it's interesting because we have all these opportunities here in Guangzhou, and second-tier cities, full of them.
Yep.
Shanghai, Beijing, still markets you can actively penetrate. You know, we know people who are doing it at this very moment still, just because they recognize the potential to enter the market. And it's not, you're not going to do it from reading articles on, you know, Wall Street Journal's great, CNN's excellent, and we all know that the wealthy class and the emerging middle class want premium goods, you know, exclusive products. But just because your state produces it doesn't mean you up and move over here with your premium product and try and just push it into the southern market when it only fit in, you know, the northern market, if you will. So
exactly, because in China, guys, it doesn't matter where you are. Each city is different.
mm-hmm.
That's why it's so dangerous to come in here. You got to understand the marketplace, and it doesn't matter China. You know, China is what we speak about, but our overall, you know, idea that we want to get across to you guys is it's just about being in developing countries. That's where opportunities are. You know, I don't care if you're in China or Brazil. Brazil's a market we love. You know. And, you know, it would have been interesting to see if we would have first picked Brazil. But, you know, if you're if you're interested in getting in the market in Brazil, you got to go there. You got to live on the ground, meet the people, understand the market trends. That's the only time you're actually going to understand where the needs in the market are, and then you can set up a business accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. Market research, but nothing beats, you know, nothing beats being on the ground over there. We know a lot of business owners in the States who would actually have people like us, or we used to at least, or other people here in China
Mm-hmm.
do the market research for them, because they know, they understand the culture, the needs, the preferences,
Yes.
and all that. And truly, the only way to really do it is get in, get your feet wet, and see what is missing and how you can capitalize on it.
Yeah, and that's a good point, guys. You got to learn about the market. So you either got to come here yourself, get on the ground, or you got to be working with someone that's very experienced over here and understands the market. Those are the two ways that you're going to understand the market and find the needs here. So to sum up, I guess, don't go following your passion in business. It's got to be a need in the marketplace. If it's not a need in the marketplace, it's not a good idea. And then to understand the market and find out what you should be doing in a country like this, you got to do your market research. You got to get here on the ground, and you got to get your feet dirty.
Yeah, whether it's here, you know, South America, Central America, Eastern Europe, all these places are developing. Say, you know, a country in Eastern Europe are coffee fanatics, or maybe they're fine chocolate fanatics.
Brazil.
Yeah,
Brazil.
We want to know what you want so we can come there and help market down there if you need some Northwest
Someone look into Brazil.
And, you know, it's just these kind of things where you're there and all of a sudden you click, you know, it's missing.
You see the need in the marketplace.
And then that's when you start to make your moves.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and that's about it.